Greetings. I'm just setting up some things on my end. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for. Alrighty. All right, we are officially ready to begin. Greetings. Welcome to CRWS Racism in Plain Sight, or R.I.P.S. Greetings. Welcome to R.I.P.S., where I will just be discussing racism and white supremacy. I have come across a collection of content, videos, and we're just going to watch them and see what we can learn about racism through the clips. So I am 0526, prisoner of war, victim of racism, Black male. And I think this will be slightly funny and highly constructive. So thank you for tuning in with your time and energy. So let's get started. We're gonna start with the first clip. Not that racist, but something can be learned from about anything on this planet.
Why is that okay?
Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss. Dude, you want to step outside? You want to step outside? Huh? I'm not scared of you, pal.
I know.
You shut up too. Just
Shut
say,
the fuck
no,
up.
go ahead and attack me, big.
Oh my god. I just wanted bagels. I recorded the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, and a guy 3 times my size. That's okay?
Get your food in.
What happened? What I'm
Get
sorry?
your food in.
You know what? Fuck this fucking president.
There's no need to do
You think that's funny? That's funny? Why is that so funny? You know what? Now I'm gonna take my breakfast. You think that's funny? All you women treat shit like shit. All of you! Yeah, all of you!
You need to go.
No, you women need to stop being so fucked up.
All right. Alrighty. Very tacky and trashy and terroristic situation we just witnessed there. And I think that white man, suspected racist, I think he was having what some would call some sort of outburst due to his height. We got to remember and understand that the system of white supremacy has been designed and created by people who operate on various power dynamics and hierarchies, meaning that they judge people by various characteristics, their height, skin color, hair texture, all sorts of things, weight. And this white man being very short may be experiencing short man syndrome, which is what I'm going to call it. That's why he's out there cursing at his fellow suspected racists. And it's really interesting what he said to the taller white man. He says, "You're not my father, you're not God." And in the system of white supremacy, that is what white people have made themselves over non-white people. They actually are, they operate and function as gods and our race fathers for sure, because they tell us what to do and dominate us worldwide, controlling the planet worldwide. So it's really interesting that he said that. And the paranoia, persons who classify themselves as white experience various anxieties, and paranoia surrounding many things, I suspect. And you can see that here with him being talking about he's upset over what was said to him over dating sites. He is yelling at the woman. He's made fun of. Okay, we have to understand that he's on dating sites, and he's being made fun of because he is short. And I guess on these dating sites, he gets a lot of slack for being short. and we see him saying like him cursing at the like baristas like they're the ladies from the dating app. Very telling, very interesting. Um, yeah, not much else I can go on for this one. This one just funny. I just wanted maybe victims of racism deserve a laugh sometimes, even though nothing is funny in the system. I just thought I'd share that one. So I'm gonna play the next clip, which is not funny, not funny at all, um, but very telling, and should motivate us. You know, this program should motivate us to want to replace the system of white supremacy with a system of justice, because no one should be living under the conditions that are taking place on planet Earth. No one, white, non-white, it's just really incorrect. So I'm gonna play the next clip. Let's go. Give me 1 second. Actually, one moment. All right, continuing. Um, I can't tell if this is a white person or a non-white person, but in the system of white supremacy, it doesn't matter. These things will continue, but I'm just gonna say unknown. But let's just continue watching. Yeah, I think this is a white person.
What the fuck, man? Fuck! Fuck! Yo, what you doing, fuck? Fuck! Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Fuck, get the fuck up! Get up! This nigga is trying to grab me! This nigga is grabbing me at the train! Yo, the nigga just had the screen right here, look! Yo, this nigga just had the screen!
That guy.
Look, this nigga right here! This white nigga, look, this nigga had to grab, look!
Who grabbed you?
This white nigga right here, wake up! Hold up, first of all, we in the car. Yeah, we need to leave.
My nigga, don't do shit
We need
like
to
that.
leave.
That was my daughter. I would
Hit
have
right here,
killed
Bob.
you, nigga. I would have killed you if that was my fucking daughter,
Buck,
bro.
wait. Wait, Buck, wait. Buck, wait.
Yo.
Why the fuck they closing the door?
All right. Unfortunately, we can't see how any of these clips end, but we can still learn from what we did just witness, and it's very terrifying to put yourself in that victim of racism shoes, to just be, sleeping on a train, and then to have a white man attempt to kidnap you, most likely to sexually assault you. And just an example of white power. He was not immediately, beaten or subdued by the masses. He was just allowed to to walk away. The black male woke up and made some noise, but didn't really seem to handle the situation. which is expected, you know, in the system of white supremacy. Black people have no power, and white people have power. That's it's as simple as that. So really, really sick, and just the incorrectness of these situations. Because this is just um, an example that we see. Things like this happen all the time, 24/7. There's hundreds of thousands of black females, black males missing across the globe, and probably millions across the globe, hundreds of thousands in this concept known as the United States. So yeah, you just imagine that you're just on a train, sleeping, and some white guy grabs you, tries to kidnap you, and then no one helps you. And that's just what's happening in the system. White people have directly, indirectly captured all non-white people, and no one's helping us to solve this problem. Everyone has been trained to assist persons who classify themselves as white into helping this system to remain in place. So if we want to end all of this nonsense, all of these vile situations, we must replace the system of justice. Just that simple, or if things like this are going to keep occurring. And these clips are in no particular order. It's just tragic. I hope that Black female recovers from that traumatic incident. Hope she um, learns how to counter um, this system in all areas that she can, um, just like I do for all victims of racism. So continuing. Let's get the next clip on the screen. Yeah, next clip. Oh yeah, and that triple T'd out. Shout out to the Quaku twins, but that was trashy, tacky, terroristic, and most interactions amongst people on the planet fall into that category: tacky, trashy, and terroristic. So we should really solve this problem ASAP. So let's get the next clip on the screen. All righty. Oops. Remember to unmute these.
These weak, insecure ass niggas y'all fuck with. I'm at the shop. Young girl just got her lashes did by my daughter. I asked her, would you leave the shop a review? I do with everybody who come in. She dude outside blowing honking the horn, so she said, man, I'll just do it later. I said, cool. They get in the car, pull off. 2 minutes later, he pulled back around. I'm to the door, I open the door, I said, what's up? What you say to her? The fuck you say to her? Like, what? I said, bro, I asked her to leave a review. You all right? I said, man, you can't be that insecure. The nigga just get mad and pull out his gun and shoot me. Went in here, came out here. Man, y'all women with these insecure ass niggas, man. Boy, that's sad.
All right. Now, this one, there are questions that we should ask ourselves, and we should answer, because there was a word used here that we should understand before we can discuss this clip. Now, what is a nigga? The simplest way to understand a nigga is simply a victim of racism, whether that person has been classified as Asian or brown, or red, Native American. A victim of racism or a nigga is just someone who is not white. So, and he may be onto something about victims of racism being very insecure, because that's how victims of racism or niggas are trained in this system. And that's just this is an example of why we should probably attempt to be courteous when speaking to white people and non-white people, because the system has made white people and non-white people very, very dangerous. And you never know what can happen when you exchange words with a fellow victim or a suspected racist. And in this case, a black male shared less than 10 sentences with this person, and then he was shot for it. And all for asking for help. Again, he was asking for help and he got shot for it. Attempting to help its victim daughter's business, and he was shot for it, all because a victim of racism felt insecure over this black male talking to his care mate, I suppose. And it's just really tragic. I hope the black male who did this definitely gets caught. You shouldn't be shooting other black people and getting away with it. That happens all too often in the system of white supremacy. So I definitely hope that black male gets caught and he's unable to harm any more black people, especially that black female who he was upset over. That's why he shot the black male. So we're gonna play a next clip. Another infinite reasons why we should end the system of white supremacy. And again, racism in plain sight, because people who would discuss this clip, they're not going to discuss it using the term racism and white supremacy. Even though there's no white people in this clip, it's still racism in plain sight, because I'm pretty sure that black male didn't manufacture that gun himself. I'm pretty sure white people did. And I'm pretty sure white people also gave him all the signals and messages in this brain computer that taught him and trained him how to shoot another black male. But I'm gonna play the next clip, and oh snap! Let's see what happened here. Oh, okay. Let's see here. All right, next clip coming up.
This mom went back to school, middle school, disguised as her 13-year-old daughter.
Do I look like a seventh grader? No? Cool. Awesome.
30-year-old Casey Garcia
Greetings, Miss Kamaria. Welcome to the screen.
dyed her hair, tanned her skin, put on big glasses and a Marvel Comics hoodie.
I am gonna get so caught. I'm actually really scared now.
The Texas mom says she did it and recorded herself to make a point.
We need better security at our schools.
Once inside, she gave her daughter Julie's school ID number. Garcia says the principal greeted her in the hallway.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, and yourself?
Great.
She even got a compliment.
Thank you.
And people gave her directions.
I would have never found my way.
In math class, she held up her math notes, and at lunch in the cafeteria, she held the cheesy dish she was eating.
This pizza's disgusting.
But in the very last period of the day,
Well, I finally got caught.
a teacher asked her to stay after class.
And she looked at me and she's like, "You're not Julie." I took off my mask, I took off my glasses, and I said, "No, I'm not Julie. I'm Julie's mom."
Why? The teacher asked.
And I said, "For a social experiment."
Within days, the police came to her home to arrest her on charges of criminal trespass and tampering with government records.
Do I need anything? I've never been arrested before in my life.
That same day, she was released on bond. The San Elizario School District Superintendent put out a statement to parents acknowledging there was a breach in security. I want to reassure you that our security measures are being reviewed and evaluated.
All right. So it is often said in the system of white supremacy, white women do it best And this is one of those example of just not only are white women as equally, if not more, crazy than their counterparts, but just as conniving and as manipulative as their white counterparts. This may seem like like a something small and something we can easily excuse, but I think this is really this is a bit odd. You know, why would a older white woman want to go hang out with high schoolers or middle schoolers, because she's a 13-year-old daughter, so it's probably middle school. But why was she going to go hang out at middle school? Um, it, I didn't play all of the video, but I think she did lie, because at first she says it's for a social experiment, but then she says later on she changes her story, saying that it's because she wants to like the school to improve their security. But I think this white lady was just bored and just wanted to do this. She had white power, which is having the time to do something like that. That's white power. We have the time to do something this silly and stupid and face minimum repercussions. That's white power 101. So this is really interesting. Just all these clips are random. They just I just found. So anything else I want to say about this clip? I was confused at first from not being able to determine her racial classification, but it's safe to assume that she's a white woman. That's what she says in the video. She says that she thinks the school needs to improve the security, but I think she's lying. Um, so that's that clip. Let's play the next one. It's going to be another example of white women doing it best. And I just this was a silly example of white power being used, and the next one it's a telling, serious example of white power being used. So let me go ahead and put the next one up on the screen.
Blonde hair and blue eyes. Saying I'm looking at him. What are you looking at, bitch? What are you looking at, bitch? What are you looking at, bitch? This is what he said, Shield. And now I have some other Hawaiians here who also are saying, oh, you.
She said, I have some other Hawaiians. Well, if you understand the system of white supremacy, if you understand the code that white people use, Hawaiian are just code for non-white, and non-white are just code for nigger. So let's continue. She has some Hawaiians here.
You better go back to the mainland, because I have blonde hair and blue eyes. Shield. Fuck you!
Oh,
fuck you!
Keep driving. No,
no, it's not enough!
Park your car.
Keep driving.
Like, what the hell?
You better get the fuck away from me. Fuck you!
We have a car. This is a roadway over here, man. Can you please move
Everyone better stop fucking yelling at me right now, as I'm not fucking moving.
Can you please move your car?
Thank you!
Same thing to a fucking Forerunner. Park over here. Okay?
I don't listen to you either. Listen, you short fucking piece of shit. Okay? Grow some,
she called me a short fucking piece of shit.
grow some fucking balls, baby. Grow some fucking balls.
Shut the fuck up and leave.
No, I'm not moving. Windshield. That fucking bitch said she was gonna punch me in the face.
What's going on? Everybody, can you please move your car?
He just is.
Okay, go into this phone. We can talk about it.
This motherfucker needs.
Okay, you don't need
fucking
to right here.
sick using the fucking F word for me. I've had a fucking enough.
Can you please park over there,
Fuck
man?
you. Listen to you.
No, not there.
You can talk all the fuck you want, all you fucking Hawaiians. The white lady's fucking crazy. You can talk all the fuck that you want, you fucking motherfucker.
Okay, that's enough.
No, it's not enough. It is not enough.
Oh, yes, very correct. Deranged and very, very sick, to say the least. We have here a very strong example of white power because no one can stop her. She's the one yelling and she's the one causing all the chaos. But yeah, no one could like quell her. And then she just on her tirade and her words. She refers to herself as blonde hair and blue eyes because she knows she lived in a system that has put blonde hair and blue eyes at the very top. But she has no problem calling these non-white people pieces of shit or Hawaiians or motherfuckers, and understanding the history around white supremacy and slavery and how they had black males and black females having sex with each other. They had mothers and sons and daughters having sex with each other, which is where that term motherfucker comes from during slavery. And so it's just a lot of racism just packed into one example of white power. Because again, I can't tell if this is a security guard or he's some sort of law enforcement, but he was unable to stop her either. And an example of not under of how the system has just and is really awesome, super refinement. Because a lot of people call this person a Karen. I don't use that term, Karen. I use the term suspected racist or white supremacist racist. And this woman here, this is a white woman doing it best. This is a white supremacist, and you can tell she's a master at her practice because she got away, and just the whole, the whole like behavior pattern of a white person will be speaking out against exactly what they're doing because she's like telling people to stop yelling at her when she's the only person yelling. She's telling people to stop saying curse words at her, but she's the only person cursing. So it's just really interesting, really incorrect, and infinite reason why we should want the system replaced. And Kamara says she bet she's not a natural blonde. Blonde or not, still a white supremacist practicing that white power. So, and let's stop calling these people Karens. Let's call them suspected racists, aka or white supremacists. So let me get the next clip up. We have here, the next clip is a racist tragedy. Every single day is a racial tragedy. If you survive that day, as far as I'm concerned. But this one is it's good. I should have a lot to talk about during this one because it's just a great example of the conditions that we are in, just being mistreated under. So get it on the screen. All right.
What's up, y'all? I'm not here for him.
All right, so while responding to a different call, this officer was asked to look into a rowdy group. Of course, the group was all people classified as Black or non-white. So it's just, when we never really see something like this, just know it's just not gonna be good for the Black people ever, unless they have an understanding of the system of white supremacy, which unfortunately most Black people, non-white people do not. So I'm just gonna keep it going. Rowdy, that's perhaps another racial code word too for non-white people, rowdy. Look into that one.
Since I am here, they just want you to go back to your room, buddy.
Stop! Don't walk around the police.
I don't give a about him. Let me speak to him.
Man, don't walk around the police.
Can I speak to you?
Yeah.
Can I speak to you? Can y'all step back so I can speak
Let
to
me
you?
just talk to him. What's going on, man?
I'm trying to calm my bro down.
Okay.
They're coming after me, but I'm trying to calm my bro down. It's the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, I got you.
But I don't know what happened. I don't know what triggered it.
Okay.
But all I seen was a little animosity, a little activity going on. So I'm trying to grab him.
Okay.
Trying to get him to calm down. But in the middle of me calming him down, they're coming after me.
So just my advice, go to your room, call it a night. Because once they evict you, they don't go back on it. Then you would have to leave, and whoever's in your room would have to leave. I came here for a 911 hang-up on somebody else.
Oh.
And then, because I'm getting out, he's like, hey, can you help me out? We just want this guy to go to his room. We don't want to evict him out of here yet at this point, but we just want to go to his room.
They don't want you back down. Whatever happened after that, if you were rude, I don't know.
I wasn't going to nobody.
Stop. I hear
You don't even want to listen. I don't even want to talk to you. Can I talk to you? We don't even want to listen. I wasn't rude to nobody. I ain't even spoke to nobody.
You and I talked, so now it's time to go to the room. Like I said, I don't want them to evict you off the property.
Right.
So right now it's time to take it down and go to your room. If it continues on, they're going to tell us they're out of here,
Right.
and then we have to sit here while you leave.
I'm just trying to tell you that I hadn't spoke to no staff. Can you stop interrupting me?
Let's just go to the room. They're telling us to go to the
Listen,
room.
just go to your room.
Look, I hear you got to explain the situation. The bottom line is it's over. Go back upstairs to your room, hang out,
Go
do
to
your
your
thing.
room. That way you guys can continue your vacation, okay?
All right, check it out. I just talked to management, okay? They want you guys to make the report because they think this behavior is going to be a recurring issue.
Okay, I paid a lot of money to be here. And I'm here for I can do what y'all want to do here, but I have 2 daughters.
And the hotel staff, they want you off the property because they feel like it's going to be a reoccurring issue and it's not going to stop.
How is it going to be a recurring issue? I didn't even do anything.
Their prerogative because it's private property.
So they want all your guys gone. So we have to go upstairs and everybody has to pack their stuff up.
Me and my kids?
Yeah, everybody has to, unfortunately, got to leave. It's because you're hype, you're causing a disturbance down here for them?
I didn't cause
That's
none
why
of
they're
this. All I
telling
did
you
was
that.
grab him and try to calm him down. That's all I did.
I don't want any issues, sir, okay?
So, David, just to let you know how it usually works is that right now it's not a trespass, it's them evicting you. But if you don't leave, then we have to get involved. I don't want to have to get
Just
involved.
take me to jail. I ain't got nowhere to go. What the f, man?
Get another hotel.
I don't got nowhere to go.
Go to another hotel.
Wait, what money?
Relax. Relax for what? You want to take me to jail? That's the only place I'm going to be able to sleep.
Man, you do whatever the f you got to do.
Are you going to leave peacefully?
What the f can I do? I ain't from here.
Yo, dog.
Well, now you got a place to go.
I just told you I ain't got no where to go. I ain't from here.
You're a grown man.
Yeah, I'm a grown man and I can speak and act the way the I want to. Anywhere I go, I can act how I want to.
Tragic, terroristic, and expected under the system. Counter-racist logic says that a Black person should always listen to law enforcement because that's one way to ensure that you're not eliminated or killed by these people who have a badge and a gun for that very purpose. So I think if he had followed perhaps counter-racist logic at the very beginning and just as soon as the officer said go to your room, and if he had attempted, if he had just got quiet, got his folks and went to the room quietly, perhaps he would have had a place to go. But due to him being a victim of racism, being highly victimized, highly mistreated for all of his life, and him having no understanding of the system of white supremacy and possibly just being a victim of racism, who was just super confused. He thinks that it's a correct, a sane thing to approach law enforcement as he did, in which no Black person should ever approach law enforcement like that. And you could tell the system has really done a number on this particular victim, because when it's he's speaking to the Black male law enforcement person, he just disregards him. He just totally disregards him and what the officer was saying, and goes back to what I think is the white officer or the non-black officer, which is just how even though we have what they call black skin, most of us have a white mind, or a mind that has been trained flawlessly to hate, despise, or have an animosity or disregard towards other people who have been classified as black. So I think that's what we were seeing, what we saw there with him, his total regard for the other black male officer, um, and it's just victims are experiencing high confusion. It's very evident with the triggers that we have on ourselves. We see the black female um, victim of racism, but that's no excuse for having the long fake hair and all the jewelry. You know, if the black male doesn't have any money, why you have all that? Why y'all have all that jewelry? You know, so it just black people, non-white people, often find we put ourselves in really incorrect situations because we don't have an understanding of racism by supremacy. So we spend our time doing things we shouldn't be doing. You know, this victim unit is probably out having some sort of celebration, some sort of party, like that's why people go to hotels. From my experience, I may be in error, but it seems like there are some sort of like Vegas trip. I know, and black people we started going to Vegas to celebrate. Period. Until we solve this problem of racism by supremacy. But yeah, it's just terroristic, and this is the position most black people are in. We don't have anywhere to go, you know, and the system has been designed so the system has been set up so this black male literally prefers to go to prison, greater confinement, than to because his brain computer knows that how can I survive without help from white people, and you know, even if that help is in the form of a prison cell, I need it because I'm a victim of racism, and this is kind of the world I was born into. And he has, of course, been given no tools to understand this reality. Therefore, this was what we witnessed happened. So racism in plain sight, and the cops saying, "Now you have a place to go." This really just telling, symbolic of what we're dealing with. We need to eliminate the system or get. I don't want to say get comfortable because we already are comfortable. So yeah, we need to stop being comfortable in the system. Just understand when dealing with law enforcement, just listen to them, be courteous. Um, to learn from the countless victims of racism who have been eliminated by law enforcement. This black male definitely was lucky here. Well, not lucky, but spared, I should say. Spared for being killed, but still a victim of racism. Definitely needs help, and I hope the entire unit gets the help they deserve. The best help that we all could get would be a system of justice. But I'm gonna go ahead and we get the next clip on this. The next clip on the screen. The other one. Let's get this one on the screen. Thanks for being here, tuning in tonight for the broadcast. Righty.
Okay.
Because you don't belong in this development.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your name?
I'm not telling you.
We live here. I live here.
Okay, where do you live?
Why would we tell you any of this?
Where do you live?
I'm not telling you.
Where do you live?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, not a problem. I'm going to call the gate and have you all arrested.
Okay.
You do not deserve to be in here.
Okay.
What did we even do wrong?
Seriously? I have to wait for that 5 minutes.
I'm just gonna answer her question really quickly. She said, "What did we do wrong? Nothing. You were just born into a system of white supremacy, and you were classified as black." So I'm gonna continue the video, but nothing is wrong with her existence. It's the kind of existence she was born into.
Oh, we were backing up for you.
Moving for you.
And you say you're gonna hit a 4-year-old? You have a problem? Because I can get my grandfather.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit us with the
Bring him out right
car?
now. Bring him out right now. Bring him out right now.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is because you're driving illegally.
Okay, but you're coming at 15-year-olds.
Saying you're gonna hit us with the car. Because you're 15 years old, you could marry in Mississippi or Alabama.
This is not Mississippi or Alabama. This is Florida.
It's Florida.
Okay.
Sure.
So you're gonna hit us with the car?
Don't stick your hand out. Did you threaten this child?
I did not
threaten
threaten.
I have it on video.
You just said you're gonna hit us
I
with the
have it on
car.
video.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. We have it on camera.
Go
I
inside.
did not.
Let me see the video.
Taking my picture.
Alrighty. So what we have here is something that happens probably every single day in the system of white supremacy. But we have black people existing, walking, and a white person noticing that and taking issue with that and attempting to practice their form of racism. So again, these are children. These are about 15 years old. And in the system of white supremacy, white people do not care about kids, especially black kids. It's very rare to even have a black child truly seen as a child. And when I meant truly seen like a child, I meant treated like a child, like with some sort of I don't know, like with an attitude like you don't want to harm that child, which is of course not what this white person is doing. He threatened them. He's saying that you guys don't belong here. And this is two black females too. And system of white supremacy, you would think that this white man would view them as less of a danger. But again, like the very, very first clip we saw with that short white guy who's spazzing out, we have another short fat white guy. So maybe that's why he's having an issue with these black females, because he knows that he's he's much weaker than they are. Even though he has a whole system of white supremacy behind him, he still has to attempt to bully these black girls. But it's glad to see a black male come in to aid them. But what could they have done more constructively? I don't know. I don't think they did anything wrong. They were just existing. They should begin to study the system of white supremacy, what it is and how it works, of course. But that's what every non-white person, black person, should be doing on planet Earth until we solve this problem. But yeah, black self-respect to the victim father. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the next clip. Another example why we should end the system, and if you are non-white, be highly, highly cautious of what environment you're in, so-called neighborhood you're in, because unfortunately in the system of white supremacy, hundreds, thousands of black people go missing in this area of the world known as the United States, and millions go missing across the entire globe. And it's gonna keep happening until we solve the problem. So let me make another one. It's gonna be very similar to what we just saw. So let me cue it up.
I literally know them. It's not even illegal.
Dude, that's so fucking dangerous.
It's
that
not
if you
illegal.
even fucking touch me, do you know what's happening?
Touch you? I'm not even touching you.
I don't want this in my neighborhood. I'm calling the cops.
Okay, call them.
Good. Because it's kids like you that are gonna hurt somebody.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you fucking go somewhere in Stanford and do that shit?
I already do it.
Don't do it downtown anymore.
The cops don't care.
They're gonna
So why do you care?
Because you're gonna hurt somebody. And if my friends are here and you do it and you run
Your
into
friends?
them, they're gonna knock the fuck out of kids like you.
Okay.
I suggest you get the fuck out of this
You're the-
neighborhood. I'm gonna call the cops because I'm tired of you being here and you've run into me before.
Run into you? Not
Yeah,
even.
Yeah,
oh
you
my
have.
God.
Good, I'm calling the cops.
Go call them. Watch what they're gonna say.
And I can tell you, dude, you're looking for an ass whooping from some people here. I'm just gonna call them. They're gonna come down.
Go call them.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say.
I've had it with you.
Okay.
Right? And you have no right to be here. What you're doing.
No right. It's a public place.
No. It's dangerous what you're doing.
The cops literally don't care. They see me do it right in front of them.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask them to come down and file a complaint because I live here. All right. This is Ramona University. This kid who's run into me more than once with his bicycle.
I haven't run into you.
I'd like you to send policemen down. This kid is doing something that's highly illegal.
It's not illegal.
I want.
All right, I will not waste everyone's valuable time playing this entire video, but long story short, this white man is antagonizing and attempting to prevent this non-white male from leaving because he doesn't like his presence, which is, yes, ironic and hypocritical, but this is a system of white supremacy. And he wants to practice his white power. And I'm just gonna fast forward because many people,
I just want to make sure that you're safe.
many people come to his aid, but he is still unable to leave. The white power is too strong. This white man is still preventing him from leaving. Prevents him from leaving for quite a while. It takes so many people intervening for him to leave, for him to actually leave. And this is white power, you know. This is white power 101. And all because he can, you know, all because he can. And now he makes a number of threats to this non-white male. He says that he's gonna have his if his friends come and sees them, he's gonna get fucked up by them. Let's just play the ending of it and about ending this.
We're gonna find out what happened.
All right, and they're literally just gonna leave and tell you to leave.
Dude, you've run into so many of my friends and this elderly woman.
I've never hit anyone.
No, never ran anybody over?
Never.
Okay, you'll see. Seems pretty professional.
You've got a camera, so.
Yeah, I mean,
I know he should have a camera.
See, like, all these people are helping the cyclists.
I post on TikTok.
Alrighty. So, very similar clip to one I just played. Very telling. I'm just gonna go ahead and play next one. Play the next one. Just keep it rolling.
Now. Sit down now. You can't hold us. Hard on the ground, sir. Sit. Yes, we are. We're only grounded. Sit. You see anyone else getting up? Sit. God. Sit. You sit down on that seat and you stay. Don't fight it. Really?
Oh my God.
Sorry, folks, but that's what they think of America. They think that it is a disgrace. I think of America as not a disgrace. I think of America.
I'm just we really. I didn't see that the first time viewing this clip, but this cop here has a really interesting cross on one of his pieces of equipment. Pretty sure that, like, y'all see that cross right there? Very interesting. I wonder if that's he put that there, but that's besides the point currently.
Really? Yeah. Really? Really?
All right, there. So we have suspected racist who's snarling at non-white flight attendant who handled the situation very, very, very well, I would say. Um, this has been going on a lot. White people freaking out at airports and whatnot due to mandates. But this clip just reminds me of the whole psychosis that some suspected racists experience. Because why are they talking about Biden? Is he? It seems like when there's some sort of issue or something they don't like happening, these outbursts can occur, and then whatever is on their mind will be known. So I guess this white suspected racist has like many white people have a problem with Biden being in office. I don't care, you know. It's a white supremacist. White, it's a white supremacist to me. But white people feel some type of way about it. And again, this is what people will sometimes call a Kevin. I don't use those terms, Kevin or Karen. This is a suspected racist or a white supremacist. And I really can't make, I don't know why he was growling or snarling. I don't know. Maybe but that's, you know, he's a white person, you know. The natural prey of white people are non-white people. So he saw that flight attendant and he just saw prey, can't help it, started growling, snarling at him. Yeah, really terroristic, you know, really terroristic. Really, I'm glad law enforcement were able to come in and neutralize the situation before it got worse. He may have pounced on that flight attendant if he had the chance. But I'm gonna play the second to last clip. We're gonna be going all the way across to area of the world, I think probably known as India. We'll see. All right, now this is what I call, I guess, counter violence, because these are, first of all, you have to understand that these are what we're seeing here. These people, these are victims of racism, prisoners of war, non-white people, and I suspect these people don't have a lot. I suspect these people to be living like most non-white people, very below their means. So to have the so-called government come and and damage your property, damage the very little that you do own, is very incorrect, insanely incorrect. So I think this is not only just racism in plain sight, because again, this is a form of mistreatment, and one could easily be led to think that these are just non-white people mistreating each other. But we have to remember who trained these people, who trained these people to treat each other in this manner. You know, who trained us to not help each other? and instead be in conflict with each other. So I think this is, of course, racism in plain sight, but also a form of example of counter violence, because no victim of racism should have their things destroyed or have their existence made even more harder to endure, because being a victim is already quite hellish and a handful. But counter violence, the whole area, all these victims, they were like, hell nah, y'all not destroying our vehicles, y'all not treating us this way today. So what they did, they got rocks and they pushed them out. They pushed, I hope they didn't kill these victims who were driving these vehicles because they were doing what they were told. But counter violence, I think so. Do not, we need to stop treating each other and allowing the system to convince us to mistreat each other in this manner. Um, yeah, final clip. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Alrighty. So yeah, that's the show. That's the first broadcast, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something. Yeah, this final clip is just, I may be a victim of racism, a highly niggerized person, but I do have some sort of humor in my brain computer. And this is a funny clip. Although this person is most certainly probably traumatized forever, it's just wild. It's an example of us being silly about serious. I mean, my bad. Yes, serious about silly stuff. Imagine if this group of people put so much effort into countering the system and learning about the system. They'd be really constructive if they did that. But that's the show. R.I.P.S. R.I.P.S. One day the system will be not resting, but it will be in pieces. So racism in plain sight. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all whenever I decide to do another one. Peace. Well, no, I'm sorry for saying there's no peace on planet Earth currently, but I do hope one day we will be able to replace the system of white supremacy, so we will have peace. All people, non-white, all people deserve. All people, creatures, and things deserve peace,